Hi, I'm Melanie Nelson, and I'm the Military Student Services Specialist at UNCW. Today I'm going to go over a workshop I call Plan Your Semester, and I usually do this with my Uni 201 Transfer Student Seminar class in the fall. It's a way to help you take a look at your workload for this coming semester and to make sure that you're planning enough time to get all your work done comfortably and to feel like you're in a little more control of your time. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to gather certain documents. One of those is going to be the University Catalog Calendar. So if you go to uncw.edu and search calendar, this one won't come up right away. One of the first links that comes up is for the University Registrar Calendar, and that one is helpful. It has the same dates, but you're looking for one that says University Calendar 2020 to 2021 for fall 2020, and it's basically going to come out as a nice Word document with just a list of important dates and why that date is important. It's called the University Catalog Calendar, and I'll put a link to that somewhere in here. But once you have that, you're also going to gather all of the syllabi from each of your classes. So at this point in the semester, you've had a chance to go to each of your classes at least once. The reason we do this workshop at this point in the semester is because we're almost to one of the big important deadlines, which is the last day for registration. I call this the add drop period, but basically the first week of classes every semester and the first day of classes during a summer session is considered an add drop period when you can make penalty-free changes to your schedule, let's say. So if you realize after you do all this planning that maybe one of these course loads isn't going to work out for you this fall, you still have time to go in and change your schedule by dropping it and adding a different class in its place. So what you're going to do after you've gathered each of your course syllabi, I love the word syllabi, but you want a syllabus from each of your courses that hopefully includes the course calendar. For some classes, that's going to be a separate document that again just lists the date and what's due that day, the topic for the class that day, things like that. You want to put all of these documents together in front of you. Now I know we are interested in sustainability at UNCW, and I know that we like to be green, but I do find that it's helpful to print all of these documents at this point so that you have a hard copy in front of you, even though it might change later in the semester. For planning purposes, it really helps to be able to lay it all out at once in front of you. Once you have all of those things gathered, you need to choose your planning tool. For me, that's a paper calendar planner that I buy each year, but you can also just go do a quick internet search and pull up blank calendar pages and find a template for the next few months of this semester. So you want one for August, September, October, November, and even December. Okay, and once you have that, you can also do this in a virtual planning tool, but again, I find that it's very helpful to page through the calendar physically. It's up to you. If you're going to use a virtual tool, just make sure you go back and double check your work when you're done to make sure that you really did include everything and that you didn't get off by a week or something like that. What you do is you start with the university catalog calendar and you go date by date throughout the whole semester, marking down the dates that are important to you. So again, that might be the last day to add or drop a class. That might be that we have no classes on the Labor Day holiday on Monday, September 7th. That might be the last day to withdraw with a W. It might be the last day of classes. Any of those things that are going to be important to you for your planning purposes need to go on your calendar first. Then you're going to do the same thing by going through each of your course syllabi, and you're going to mark down maybe the dates and times for your classes. If you have, let's say, a synchronous Zoom class and you want to make sure that you don't forget to log in because there's still an attendance policy. You might want to mark down the dates of big important assignments. For my students, that would be their transfer portfolio assignment dates, but it might be something different for your class. You might want to write down the dates that lab reports are due or that you've got big tests or exams. And then you might also want to write down any other big things for the class, maybe that you have a certain deadline to go visit the writing center by or something like that. You want to make sure that you are laying out all the biggest pieces of each of your courses, the things that are going to make it really difficult for you to pass the course comfortably if you don't complete those things by the assigned time, let's say. Once you've done that, you're going to take a step back. You're going to have to do this for each of your classes, and I do recommend starting in August with each class and then just working your way through the calendar. You might start to notice once you take a step back from it, once everything is listed on your calendar grid, that there are some weeks when you're going to be pretty busy as a college student. For some reason, a lot of the first papers and exams all kind of hit in the same week or week and a half's worth of classes. Maybe your second round all hits at the same time. Maybe you have one class that's on a completely different schedule and it's just going to sort of throw you off in terms of your planning for everything else. It just depends. So take a step back and look at what is going on for you over the whole course of the semester, and see if there are any times that you can plan ahead to maybe have that be your week when you are eating mostly frozen meals or takeout so that you're not worried about cooking. This might also be a time when you want to bring your family calendar into play. If you have a lot of obligations outside of school, maybe work commitments or volunteer commitments, or you've got kids in school and they have virtual schooling deadlines or whatever is coming up for you this fall, it might be a good time to include all of those here on kind of your master syllabus, your master planner, so that you know what to expect. Once you've done that, you're going to make another document, and instead of being a master syllabus document with all the big important dates, it's going to be your master homework document. And your master homework syllabus is going to include all of the recurrent assignments as well as any of those big papers. So you're duplicating some effort here, but you're making, instead of a calendar where you can look visually on the grid and see all of these things coming up, you're going to make one running list of all the assignments that are going to be due. So let's say you're taking a math class and you know that you have homework due every class session. That's going to go in there on every single date, just in a running list, starting from whatever the first date you have an assignment due, probably in August or maybe September. And then let's say you're also taking a language class and you know that you have little online quizzes for that language class that are going to be due by a certain time. Go ahead and put those in there too. Then go ahead and continue adding all of the assignments for each class. Again, it's probably best to go class by class. And what this document is going to allow you to do is at the start of the week, you can take a look at it and recognize how many things you actually have to turn in this week, and that will help you figure out how to allocate your time and effort. You can put reading assignments and reading reflection assignments in here, and you can put online assignments, discussion boards, basically anything that you're going to be turning in that's part of a participation grade, an engagement grade, an attendance grade, or just a graded assignment for your classes. And that, again, will allow you to make a good plan for the week. You're going to have one document to rule them all, and you can just go back and look at that at whatever your favorite planning time is throughout the week and make sure that you're going to track everything. I think this is especially important to do during a semester when many of you are taking a lot of online courses. It's even more confusing when some of those courses are online asynchronous and some of them are online synchronous, right? And it can just be very easy to keep track of all those assignments, especially because different instructors organize things differently in Canvas. You might have noticed that by now. And then when the syllabus gets updated at the last minute or when something shifts in your class modality, you're going to want to make sure that you have one standard document that you can refer to that will cover you for the most part for all of your classes. I was an online only student in graduate school and I was working at the same time, and I would get confused if I didn't make sure to at least print off each copy of the syllabus. But printing off and making one master document that you can always refer to throughout the semester might save your bacon a couple of times, is all I'm saying. So go ahead and take care of those things. And then again, you can take a look at that homework syllabus and help that plan your week in terms of blocking your schedule, figuring out when you're going to need a certain amount of time to complete some of those recurrent assignments, and when you might need a little more time to complete some of your bigger assignments. I hope this helps you plan your semester. If you would like a free calendar planner or any assistance developing these documents, let me know. Again, my name is Melanie Nelson. I'm the Military Student Services Specialist at UNCW, and you can email me, nelsonms@uncw.edu, or if you are on campus, come by and see me in Veterans Hall 1029. Thanks, and I hope you have a great semester.